Howdy, y'all. On today's episode, we're working on my mountain bike because it's too damn cold to go outside. When it's video release, it'll be the week before Christmas, or the Friday before Christmas, anyway. So we're working on some indoor projects because I don't want to freeze my hand off out there throwing a wrench. Because I don't have any impacts. So throwing a wrench is a lot more labor intensive when you got the old school manual version of an impact. So for the episode, we're gonna work on the bike because the other day my wife and I were riding our bikes and my seat decided to go ejectocito cuh and did that to me. Try to take my future kids right there. Goddamn. Unsafe. So we're gonna fix that problem right now so I don't lose the power to have some kids in the future. So let's get to it. First thing you're gonna need is one of these babies right here. A nice, decent ratchet and a 1/2-inch socket. Oh yeah. Look at that baby. So this has been outside for a whole week. Because I was doing a torch test for wintertime on this thing. Been outside for a whole week. Sitting in the rain, sitting in the mud. Literally still looks brand new. Impressive, isn't it? That's surprising for Harbor Freight. $20 ratchet and entire socket wrench set I've shown you guys before. So, as I said before, first you gotta do is get your baby, your ratchet, and your socket. And line up your seat with the frame. Make sure you're straight in a row. Aim down sights on, get it tight on there. You want it accurate. With a flat plane so you can ride it without falling off or falling off that way. Then you're gonna get your wrench out and start tightening the baby up. So to go down here to this little nut here on this side and the back side of it. I already have the back side tightened before you guys started the filming, but together we're gonna do this tightening. Get her started up on there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then check your work so straight on the money. You don't want to start tightening it down to untighten it later and restart the fun process of tightening her all down. All right. There we go for that. Oh yeah. Get her on there. Tight, tight, tight. You don't want to fall off of there and lose your power to have some kids up on that rough tire right there. Okay. That seems tight enough. Next, I'm gonna move on to adjusting our brakes because mine are in the back kind of loose. So we're gonna adjust these. We're already in here working on it. We're gonna need for this, literally, adjust your hex key set to go in here and pull that cable slightly more outward so it has more pull in. It's pretty easy, guys. So I'm gonna pause the video here so I can grab my hex set. We can start doing that next. All right, see you in a minute with the hex wrenches. All right, y'all, we're back in with our Eklund commercial size and commercial grade wrenches. You can go cheap on a lot of things. Don't cheap out on these because you'll break them off on something bigger than this bike. This bike, you can use a cheap one. But normally, get the better quality ones. They cost about triple the price, but man, are they worth it. They don't strip too much. I've had for about 2 years now. No stripping. They're good quality. So, I come in here with our 5. It's a metric 5 wrench. Give it a little loosening. I'm gonna pull it, slide it tighter. So we get it loosened up with just 5. So I was pulling the part there. Okay. Now we're gonna pull her tighter. You don't want pliers for this, trust me on that, but that's fine. We can get a little tighter like that right there. It's tighter. And pushing it tight like this. Okay, she's tight. I'm gonna start tightening down, then I'll resume the video because I can't do this in one hand. Alright. I'm pausing here. Alright, now we got it starting to tighten up, so we can tighten up on this brake line here. Just tighter on those pads there. See if it rubs any. No rubbing. Good. All right. Oh yeah. Pull that brake. That's a way tighter. Stop. That's good. Very good. That's right where we want it. Too tight. Because it was so tight before. Now it's very tight brake. So it should stop and keep us from going off a ledge somewhere on the mountains in our fun little mountain bike here. As I said before, guys, you gotta stay in shape. You can't throw a wrench if you're out of shape, at least not effectively. You got an impact gun, doesn't really matter what size you are, but when you're trying to throw a wrench manually on all this equipment going from bicycles to big ass tractors like outside, you gotta be in shape, guys. Eat right, work out right. And like I said, guys, remember, this is the week before Christmas. So do something nice for somebody, even a stranger on the street walking on the road. Give a nice smile, give a nice wave, tell them Merry Christmas, or if you don't believe in that, tell them Happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever it is they celebrate during this time of year. It's a good season, guys. Season of life, season of giving. All right, guys. Keep throwing wrenches. Keep throwing fists. Keep throwing them knuckles. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Have a nice week. And Merry Christmas. We'll see you in time for it. Merry Christmas.